Hey there, how are you guys, everybody? How you doing? Let me just switch the camera around here. Hey there, how are you, Privy? How are you? Thanks for joining in. Gus Wagner with the Rocket Group, Taste of Missouri. Hey, how are you? What's going on down south? Appreciate you joining in. Um, Happy birthday, Facebook. How about that? 12 years. What were you doing 12 years ago? 2004? Probably. Man, I was doing a lot of things in 2004 now that I think about it. Anyway, hey, I wanted to talk about this big hashtag Friends Day that's going on with Facebook. And really specifically wanted to talk about maybe the last 12 years. What has Facebook done for you? It's done a lot of things for us personally and professionally. And wanted to see if there was anybody out there who wanted to share some thoughts about what it's done for you. Back in 2004, by the way, let me just start off saying again, I'm Gus Wagner. I own the Rocket Group. You see the fancy sign here behind me. We're broadcasting live from Jefferson City, Missouri, the middle of everywhere. And Elaine, if you're still in there, good to see another Missourian in the room today. Anyway, we're a full-service marketing firm working with local small businesses all the way up to the Fortune 100. Run Facebook campaigns and accounts and pages pretty much since, I guess, 2006, 2007 when it became available to everybody out there across the internet. And I was kind of going through a timeline here of notes when I was making the notes about what was going on. If you saw the Instagram post, you saw the notes for today. Stephanie Bell, I was just about to mention your name. How are you? And she knows what I'm going to say. She's probably rolling her eyes right now. Anyway, we're talking about Facebook here. If you do feel so inclined, do share this broadcast out with your Twitter followers or your Periscope followers. This is your first Periscope. Hey, it's payback. I finally get to pay you back after all these years because Stephanie Bell right here, who just joined in, was actually the one who introduced me to Facebook. I was working at the Missouri State Capitol down the street from where I'm sitting at right now. And Stephanie, who is a Jeffersonian by birth and rearing, she was an intern at the state capitol this time. Now she's the future mayor probably of our capital city. She had left her Facebook open on a computer near me, and we got into her Facebook and started poking all of her friends. I'm sure she's never let me forget that. Sorry, I just dropped my pen. She's never let me forget that. But that exposure to Facebook was my first exposure to Facebook, and I saw right away that, holy crap, this has huge potential for business, for marketing, for communications. At that point, it was all just within still the college campuses. Mr. Zuckerberg and his team had not opened it up to the entire world at that point. I'm thinking that was like 2005, 2006. Stephanie, when were you an intern, if you're still here? So that was in the early days of Facebook. And then shortly thereafter, late 2006, 2007, they opened it up to everybody. And boom, there we were. We were out there, had our Facebook profiles. 2005 was when Stephanie was an intern and when we broke into her Facebook account. And sorry about that still, kind of. Anyway, so once Facebook opened up to everybody, and everybody's parents got on there, everybody's grandparents got on there, all the businesses got on there with our Facebook pages, we were allowed to go out there and communicate with folks. And it's changed the world, obviously. It changed some Harvard College dropout into a billionaire. And it's changed a lot of small businesses, large businesses, medium-sized businesses, organizations, nonprofits. Lane, you're still in here. You do a lot of work on social media and Facebook with the farmers markets and all the food-based organizations that you work with down in Southwest Missouri. Feel free to jump in here with any comments you might have about how social media and Facebook specifically have impacted your life. So as we go forward through the years, back in 2007, we were running the digital marketing communications for what was called the Tour of Missouri, the first professional cycling race in Missouri. I was just having this conversation at lunch today with an organization who was one of the sponsors of that we worked with back then. And that was actually the first, we track it back to the first promotional use of Twitter in Missouri. If that's any kind of claim to fame, we were the first ones to do that, apparently. But Facebook was a huge component of that, reaching the audiences here. Even they were smaller numbers, smaller universe of folks here in Missouri and across the cycling world, which is a worldwide fandom. So we were able to take the name, the brand of Missouri and the communities of Missouri and take them out to worldwide prominence for that week that the Tour of Missouri was going on. And that was, people were using Facebook for advertising and marketing at that point, but it was not something that had taken hold here in the Midwest. But there we were able to use it and be successful with that in those early days. And we looked as we moved forward into the late aughts, into 2007, 2008, 2009. I'm reminded of these days every morning on my Facebook memories when it shows up that I was a dork, an idiot, and a dummy because I had linked my Twitter account and my Facebook account, and I keep getting these in my memories that I was tweeting out into Facebook, and that's just a big no-no. It was a no-no then. I knew better. For some reason, I don't know why I was doing it. But I quit doing that, as should you if you're still doing such things. But then these Facebook memories are kind of cool to see what was going on back 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago on Facebook. In our personal postings. I kind of wish they would do that for the brand pages as well, to show you what your Facebook memories were for your business, your organization, your nonprofit. That'd be kind of cool, wouldn't it? So we also saw an expansion of powers. We were able to, when the brand pages came out, we were able to advertise on Facebook. And if you've heard me speak about Facebook advertising before, there is no more targetable, demographic rich, most importantly, manageable and affordable form of advertising in the world today. And it's been that way for years now. The Facebook advertising, even for simply boosting your post, to promoting your page for likes, to actually running full large-scale campaigns targeting various demographics. If I wanted to find every 37-year-old woman who was divorced with 2 kids and drives a Volvo in a certain zip code of the world, I can do so through Facebook because of all the data that we've given Facebook over the years, all of us individuals, through our likes, our shares, our comments, our interactions. We're able to target those specific people. And it could tell me that there's a universe of 1 person like that or 1 million people like that. And I can target a budget for an advertisement, and then I can change the content of that ad in the middle of a campaign. And it's all pretty simple and painless. And it's been something that has boosted many small businesses, large businesses, medium-sized businesses, organizations, and nonprofits to greater heights. It's a lot. The Facebook advertising is just the most incredible thing that we have as marketers and communicators today. If you're not taking full advantage of it, you should really consider doing so. And because the other thing that we have, is the data and the Facebook insights that they give us. Stephanie, back for her second time on Periscope now, Stephanie. The Facebook insights, the data-rich environment of the Facebook insights that'll tell us when our fans are online, when who those people are, where they are, all sorts of demographic information about our Facebook fans, whether they're boys or girls, and how old they are, what they're clicking. Was it videos or photos or text-only posts that are driving the most interaction for your pages? Again, using those Facebook insights that they make available for you. It's right there on your Facebook page. You just have to click it and get all that information. It's very, very rich information for you to I'm still figuring this silly thing out, thinking about streaming our FCC sermons for church. That would be cool to do if if you have enough bandwidth in the church, on your Wi-Fi in the church, 1, and 2, if you're going to be interactive on the Periscope during the church. Can other people see my post? Yes, they can. These are public. All the people who are in here, which it looks like there's 2 people in here, maybe just you and Lane and myself are in this room right now watching this broadcast. So anyway, those Facebook insights, utilize those Facebook insights to the best of your ability to know who your people are, and then you can target advertising, whether it's a like campaign or an otherwise campaign, to similar audiences to the people who already like you, whether it's based on geography or other demographics, to target that out for your business, your organization, or your nonprofit. And here we are today in 2016, the 12th birthday of Facebook, and we see a lot of things happening. It's not a secret that social media and Facebook itself has really impacted the print industry. People don't print as much as you used to. I was going to do a Throwback Thursday picture today of a box of brochures that we had. I saw this picture in my Dropbox yesterday, and that was the last brochure that we printed, and that was about 4 years ago, self-promotional for the Rocket Group. And we haven't printed anything like that since, because we haven't needed to, because we're able to target through Facebook. We're able to reach out to people that we would like to do business with, or that we are doing business with through this tool, for pennies on the dollar of what we were doing to print out big 4-color brochures. And I'm sure that you probably have similar stories in your own business organization or nonprofit. And it's also had a big dent into the world of traditional advertising. Look at what's been going on this week with the Super Bowl. All of the ads, or 99% of the ads, have already been published on Facebook already. They're up on the YouTube. They've already been gone through all the social media channels. They're posted up on not only just the corporate websites for the people who are advertising in the Super Bowl, but also all sorts of aggregation websites that are showing these commercials before the big game even gets played. So people have already won the brand bowl of the sports marketing that's going to take place on Sunday. People have already declared winners and losers based on things that haven't even aired on regular television yet. We'll see if that really impacts the ratings for the Super Bowl. Probably still the biggest rating earner of the year, but we'll see how many people do turn out to watch the actual game this year versus watching the advertising. Something else that it's taken place of, and this happened, this was reminded to me while we were making the show notes for this broadcast. It's taken the place of telephones. Somebody personally messaged me or direct messaged me on Facebook while I was writing these notes, and they could have picked up the phone and asked me the questions. But Tim, if you're watching this, which I know you're not, but Tim had a question for me, a professional question for me, and instant messaged me on Facebook. The Facebook Messenger app is now even a standalone thing. So you've got your own texting tool, your own communications tool outside of Facebook. Facebook it continues to develop various tools, but their big growth strategy has been to acquire companies, acquiring Instagram, trying to acquire Snapchat some years ago. They see things, they like things, they can buy them now with their billions of dollars of our advertising revenue that we've placed. That's how they make their money. And they are able to grow their organization, and they're going to grow into greater things. We saw in the last week that live streaming is now available. Facebook Live is available. To all the Apple folks out there on your iPads and your iPhones. I'm Team Android myself, so I'm still waiting for that there. So anybody with a personal Facebook account and an Apple device can do live streaming. What does that mean for something like Periscope, which we're using right now to broadcast from? Maybe that's not going to be an alternative very much longer to do so. And since Periscope is owned by Twitter, what does that mean for Twitter? When 1.5 billion monthly users of Facebook all of a sudden have access to live streaming applications through their profiles and soon to be their brand pages. And virtual reality, Zuckerberg is out there talking about how different things are going to take place regarding virtual reality and Facebook 360. So you'll be able to do a full 360 view of images and possibly video through the Facebook apps and websites. That's going to be pretty cool for a lot of different applications. I can see a lot of municipal marketing, Stephanie, if you're still here, a lot of municipal doing a 360 of standing at High Street and Jefferson, doing a 360 from the Capitol to your downtown district and showing that view. That'd be kind of cool to do on a live stream during one of your events. That would be pretty cool to do. Or during the sermons at church, you can do a 360 and show who's all at the congregation and how much room there is in the front pews there. That'd be another thing you could do with something like that. And of course, the constant growth and constant evolution of the Facebook advertising platform. Again, there's nothing that's more powerful than Facebook advertising in this modern world of marketing and communications. So we can see continued growth, being able to break down into those audiences and the cost per click or the cost per view Facebook video or loading the organic video is more powerful than YouTube in a lot of cases, because you're showing it to an audience that you've already built, instead of that audience having to be proactive and search for your video content. All sorts of applications. So that's pretty much how my journey is. Facebook is a very, very big key part of what we do professionally here at the Rocket Group, building messaging and outreach and growth campaigns for brands, again, from small businesses up to the Fortune 100. I know pretty much everything there is to know about Facebook audiences in Missouri, and that's been a big claim to staking out some business success stories of our own, of the Rocket Group, over these past 12 years, and looking forward to the next 12 years. So that's pretty much all I wanted to say. I want to appreciate you all for jumping in. If you're watching this here, subscribe to us on the Periscope. Just scroll up on your screen. You can hit a subscribe button to do so. You can also share this broadcast live or in the replay with your followers. Happy Friends Day indeed. You are a dear friend, Stephanie. Thank you. And also, if you're watching this on the YouTube replay, hit the subscribe button in the bottom corner. The little Rocket Group logo will let you subscribe to us on YouTube. At Rocket Group on the Twitters, Facebook.com/Rocket Group, and just search Rocket Group Gus Wagner, and you'll come across all of our social media channels and our own website. Those are still very popular as well. I do thank you for joining in today. Stephanie, congratulations on your first 2 Periscope views. Look forward to seeing you broadcasting very soon here on the Periscope. Thanks a lot, guys. We'll talk to you, and gals, and we will talk to you very, very soon. Thanks a lot.